Thanks for coming. I'm really impressed. I feel like I kind of have to talk to this side of the room over there, but I'll try and. I appreciate you guys coming after what I've heard was a really awesome night last night at Universal.
It was super fun. Did you all go to Universal last night?
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. I chose to go on Wednesday to the haunted Halloween one, so I actually decided to pay because I have a little bit of love for being scared. So you are here for the Azure Marketplace session. So Justin and I both on the Azure Marketplace team. I'm on the marketing side, he's on the product side. We're gonna walk you through a little bit in more detail about what it is. It's been actually around for a bit, but we are making a lot of investments, putting a lot of energy behind this channel, and lots of new features coming along more rapidly. I would say our roadmap has kind of started to become much more full and robust, and so we'll talk a little bit about some of the table stakes and things that you should expect and that you're going to find in our marketplace, how it's differentiated, and then some of the new features that are starting to come along that are a little bit less known, if you will. So I think that was actually me walking through our agenda slide there at a high level. Really, at the highest level, cloud marketplaces are taking off. It's not just us who thinks that. There's a lot of research that's happening. It's really starting to, I would say, create the momentum, if you would expect from the transformation that's happening to the cloud. It's opening up a lot of new possibilities, a lot of new experiences and opportunities for folks, not just decision makers, but many folks within organizations to innovate and solve problems more rapidly. The cloud just generally is opening up, or the need, I should say, for much more agile engagement and experiences to solve different problems and innovate across many different domains. This is Forrester's research here, so obviously there's a lot of usage already, even at 29%, and obviously you can see growing exponentially over the next 2 years based on their research. I mean, generally speaking though, this is kind of landing the point that if you're not already using a marketplace, in fact, you're probably behind. And what's ahead of us in the future is something that we want to get, start to innovate and get you guys engaged with. Oh, I feel a little bit of music.
There's a Disney ride behind us or something.
Fun session than we are. It's a session where everybody else is. And obviously, I mean, these are some of the reasons. These are the table stakes, right? Why the marketplaces have started to take off, which have been really accelerated by cloud adoption and the evolution and transformation that's taking place in the market today. Discovering, the ease of trialing, simplifying that procurement and making these connections in discovery. So we'll talk a little bit about the basics of Azure Marketplace now specifically. It's a place where you can, as you would come to expect, discover, try, and buy. We have 2 marketplaces. So we have an AppSource marketplace as well as Azure Marketplace. We are intentionally making sure to distinguish those. You'll see us making some changes and evolving the brands. They are 2 different storefronts for 2 different audiences. So if any of you happen to join the AppSource Marketplace discussion, which also was taking place this week, that's more for our business users. And the Azure Marketplace is for our cloud developers, our ITDMs, or IT pros. It's as simple as that. They are meant to surface different solutions for and different experiences for different audiences. So we've kind of got the IT and the business. So this is Azure Marketplace, the session that you're in case that wasn't clear. We also, one thing that differentiates the Azure Marketplace is that you can actually also deploy. So we've talked, we'll actually walk through each one of these stages. I'm going to go through find and try, and then I'll hand it over to Justin. He's going to walk you through buy and deploy and a quick demo. It's the one thing that is a little bit different from AppSource is that we actually currently have the functionality, and theirs is coming right along, to actually take action, purchase, and deploy within your environment. We'll also do a demo of how the marketplace and solutions surface in the Azure portal. So if you're already an Azure user, you don't even need to go to the website, azuremarketplace.com. We've actually started to integrate solutions into the portal, which is where you're going to be on a more regular basis. So we're trying to bring the solutions to where you will be. And the website then serves a purpose for a bit more discovery for folks who maybe are new to Azure and looking for a solution. Find. So one of the most important things about our marketplace is that, and one of our guiding principles, is parity with third parties. You're going to find our first-party solutions there, as you might expect to, But actually, with the overwhelming amount of solutions that are there in our catalog are our third parties. And we are striving to make sure that we have parity with our third parties. We won't be successful in the market unless we have parity, as well as prop up and really surface a seamless engagement for our customers of our third-party solutions. Obviously, this is sharing with our partners in our shared mutual business goals, given that they are built on our cloud platforms. And so it's not that there's nothing in it for us, but we know that our point products, if you will, are just the beginning of this story, and really providing and doing true solution selling and solving true issues end-to-end for our customers means that we need to prop up our partners' solutions. So you'll see those really have a first-class experience alongside the first party. The seamless discovery and purchasing of the experience, honestly, that's just to say, listen, when customers come to the marketplace, it needs to be intelligent. It needs to be easy to find. It needs to be intuitive. We need to serve up using different levels of intelligence and demand the solutions that the customer needs most. And we are innovating more and more, and we'll talk about this a bit more when we do the demo, on the type of solutions that we're putting into the marketplace so that we can serve the dynamic needs of our customers. So there's not only SaaS apps there coming along, we have our VMs, we have solution templates, we've just launched containers as well. Really, it's quite a robust type of catalog for the solutions to serve our community. And actually now just consulting services came along as well, and Justin will demo that. So it's not even always IP, it can also be more the support and service that you might be looking for to solve problems, and do workshops, assessments, things like that. This is a bit more of a double click on actually kind of what I was explaining there. Thousands of listings, that should say 8,000 listings there, we're missing a zero. So thousands of listings, a couple hundred coming to us every single month, new and differentiated. We talked about the dynamics of the different solutions that are there, I should say the variety maybe, all coming from our partner ecosystem. So these are our silver and gold partners. These are our partners who have the deepest specialization, have met a rigorous criteria and certification to be the most strategic partners with us. So they come with the credibility and the security that you should come to expect from our partner ecosystem and the solutions. And the global catalog. And across a variety of domains. So we continue to expand this, but essentially all the things that you've been hearing about all week long in all of our hero solutions, from data and AI to apps and infrastructure, it's the gamut. And we look to build out a robust catalog in each one of those categories. And now introducing, most recently, the services side of things as well. And even building on that a little bit more deeply, this is in pilot right now. These are our integrated solutions. So this is actually taking bundles, essentially, to say, hey, a true end-to-end solution for serving a customer's need and potentially a particular industry has very unique dynamics, which usually will take into account many different ISVs solutions, and then needs a system integrator to actually get in there and help to deploy it successfully. So we've actually started to work with, we just have 4 right now as we're kind of piloting and experimenting this. It takes a lot of work and strategic work between our partners to bring this together. So right now we're kind of doing this force bundling to really test it out and understand more about how this best works for our customers. And as we grow over time, we'll make this a bit more agile so that you can actually put these solutions together yourself, kind of a choose your own adventure. But for now, we have these 4 here that I'm actually showcasing. So it's really a bundle of ISV solutions wrapped with a system integrator to help you truly end-to-end solve or innovate in a particular area. And try. So we know that there's a lot of folks trying to find new and innovative different solutions that solve a particular need within the company, and potentially you're looking for something that hasn't already been, your administrator maybe hasn't allowed you to optimize or to engage with. Sometimes there are limitations. So we wanted to create a safe place to really do that exploration in a way that didn't require an upfront commitment, let's say. So we have test drives. Test drives is our safe way for you to, in a very sandboxed experience, go one ahead there, and a sandboxed experience actually trial without actually hooking it up to your Azure subscription, no credit card required as well. Many of our listings and publishers have chosen to create these environments for you to actually test out and make sure that it is the right solution for you. Either to then go on to take action yourself if you happen to be the decision maker, or potentially then surface up to your administrator for them to actually make sure, kind of vet it, if you will, and so that you can actually bring it into production. And with that, I will turn it over to my man.
Thanks, Ashley. Just a show of hands, have any of you in the room used the Azure Marketplace before or our sister storefront AppSource? Great. What about any other cloud marketplaces like the AWS Marketplace or Salesforce App Exchange? So a couple of you in the room. And then I imagine everyone in the room has probably used either the Apple App Store or the Play Store on their Android phone. Great. So same sort of concept that Ashley's been walking us through. And similarly, the buying experience on this marketplace is dead simple. So many of you, if you come from especially an enterprise background, probably think back to previous couple years, maybe last week, thinking about RFPs, thinking about sales meetings, thinking about bringing in technical sellers to actually help implement solutions. The great thing about buying from a marketplace is that it's a one-click purchase. So usually what happens, as Ashley was mentioning, is you use the marketplace up front to actually discover new solutions. I'll show you in a bit how things are categorized and the discovery experience in the marketplace. You trial them out, whether you're using a free trial that lets you into the solution for 30 or 90 days, or a test drive, those sandbox experiences that Ashley mentioned, and then finally you're ready to buy. Some of the great features that we have in Marketplace for that are not only pre-made images, solution templates for more complex solutions, SaaS solutions, templates. We recently just launched IoT Edge modules for those of you whose companies want to actually deploy algorithms and sensor capabilities directly on the edge of your cloud infrastructure. But we also have what we call private offers. So this is really great for larger organizations that want to work with our partners and our publishers to actually get the best price possible. Those publishers on the marketplace can post your negotiated price. They can also configure custom-made images and even custom terms, put them all in the marketplace so that when it comes to actually deploy, you still only have to click once. They'll send you a private link to a special listing made just for you all through the marketplace. Talked about the slide before I was on it. It happens. And like I said, deploying, once you've done that, once you actually hit the purchase, is super easy. So currently, when you actually buy something, we support buying through your Microsoft EA, Enterprise Agreement, or through direct credit card purchase. Very soon, we're also going to be supporting purchasing through a CSP, if any of you work through the managed services there, or your cloud solution partners. Deploying is, again, super easy, super flexible, and very scalable. So if you, for instance, if you're purchasing one VM, you want to try it out in a dev or test environment, you realize this really is a good solution, my devs are loving it, let's deploy it across our infrastructure, you just go back to the marketplace and you buy more VMs. It's as simple as that. Just like on your phone, if you want something, you click a button and you buy it. There's no sort of drawn out technical sales process. Any sort of custom configuration that you need or want can be done on the back end at the publishers, from the publisher, and then pushed to you through a private link in those private offers. We have a great example of this huge South African chemical and energy company, Sasol. They were working with a very well-known database provider that will remain anonymous, but they're a great partner on our marketplace. They wanted to move their analytics suite into the cloud. They've been using an on-premises solution for probably decades. They decided, time to move to the cloud. Let's try taking off a piece of our business and play with it there as we start our cloud journey. They worked with this partner, and from start to finish, within 2 months, they had custom images and custom configurations all made for them. And after about 2 months, they just went into our marketplace through the private offer that this partner had sent to them, hit deploy, and it was live in their Azure instance, as simple as that. This sales process, in kind of an old-fashioned, especially an on-prem sort of way, could have taken 6 months, could have taken a year. So we're really shortening the time from discover all the way to deploy to help you and your businesses move a lot faster in this day and age. So now the demo. So I'm going to teach you how to use the internet. Just kidding, but it is a website. And I'm going to show you around once my computer logs me in here. There we go. Windows hello. Gotta love it. All right, so I'm on azuremarketplace.microsoft.com. This is the web storefront of the Azure Marketplace. In a moment, I'll also show how you can get to these solutions directly from the Azure portal if you'd like as well. You can also access them from the command line if you prefer to build out your Azure infrastructure that way too. But I kind of want to show some posts along the way to show you all of the great functionality we have in the Marketplace. So this is the main screen. We've curated it to help you discover new solutions that are new or top rated right at the top of the home screen. But you'll notice on the home bar, we have a couple different sections here. Obviously, we have apps. These are VMs. These are solution templates, SaaS apps. We also have what Ashley was talking about before, consulting services. So we have a growing catalog of systems integrators providers that actually have created fixed price and fixed duration offers for you. So if you're starting to play around with something like IoT or blockchain or something like that, it's perhaps not an area of expertise for you, but you know that it's where your company needs to go. A lot of these providers can be super handy in that digital transformation. Some of these offers are free. Those are typically an hour or two calls just to kind of get to know you and the systems integrator, figure out what their offer is. It goes all the way up through implementations. So like we have, I think the longest one is a 12-month implementation for super complex solution. But I highly encourage you to check out these consulting services. They're a really great on-ramp to the cloud, and all of them will help you deploy the solutions that are right for you from the marketplace. Now, going back to the apps section, I want to point out some of the features that Ashley was mentioning before. So obviously in a marketplace, just like on your phone, you can get it now. That means that if I click that, it's actually going to deploy into my Azure landscape. It'll actually take me into a configuration screen so I can decide exactly which SKU I want to put it on. Do I want to put it on a more generic VM? Do I want to put it on some more intense infrastructure if I really think it's going to be a heavily used production workload? Once I click that button, it's going to take me there to actually figure out which version I want. I also can access directly from the home screen or any of these cards test drives. Like Ashley said, this is probably the easiest way to try something before you buy it. It's actually a sandbox solution that runs on the publisher's tenant, so there's no need for you even to log in to Azure to use it. You don't need to have an Azure account. You don't need to buy anything. It's just going to spin up a test box for you that already has all the data built out, and it comes with a test script. Not only is this great for trying it out yourself, but we've found a lot of our customers love it when they're trying to convince management to buy something for a whole organization, because they can actually basically spin up their own proof of concept within a few minutes. Usually takes a couple minutes to actually spin up the VM, and then you have access to it for an hour or up to 3, depending on how the provider does it. Sure, question. If you don't mind, do you mind stepping to the mic just because this is recorded?
Sure. For the things that where you have Get It Now, and you mentioned, you can basically pick the T-shirt size that you want to run the thing on. Do the various packages actually recommend the T-shirt sizes, or give you a pick down, or is it just written in there? We suggest small, medium, large.
Great question. So you're asking if there's a provider recommended solution. It depends on the provider. It's their prerogative to list it or not, if they do have a recommendation or not. So some of them do, some of them don't. I would say most of them don't, because they kind of want you to pick what works best for you. Everything's priced out by the VM hour, for instance, for a VM. And there's always a contact solution. If you do want more guidance, you can talk to them on the phone to help you out with that. And I'll show you in the Azure portal in just a moment what that kind of looks like in there. Great question. And finally, there's also the free trial option. Again, you don't need to do anything fancy here. This will deploy directly into your Azure subscription, however. So this is actually, you're basically getting a piece of software for free to use for 30 to 90 days. This does require an Azure account, because you're actually putting it into your Azure tenant to use it with all of the rest of your infrastructure, which has a great benefit. But unlike the sandbox, it does require you to use Azure. After the 30 or 90 days, they'll tell you up front how long the free trial is for. It will go into a pay-as-you-go model, so you can cancel at any time, but just heads up, if you love it and don't want to turn it off, they will eventually start charging you. All right, so I'm going to go into, actually, before I do that, on the left-hand side, this is the great categorization we have in the marketplace, and this is really where discovery comes into place. If you have a certain pain point in your infrastructure, you really want, for instance, a new security solution, clicking on these categories actually will help you discover some of the most loved and highest rated products that are on Azure for you to use. We have recommendations curated for you when you click on any of these categories. And the recommendations are done mostly by how many times people have actually used them and also how highly they're rated. So it's not done by special kind of side deals with Microsoft. All of this curation is actually done just like a typical app store based on how much our customers actually love the solutions. So clicking into any of these cards, you'll see that you get a lot more information about the product. There's often also links to even more information, white papers. This one has some screenshots of the actual solution. I have the option here if I want to save it and come back later and review it. I have already done that. I've saved it to my favorites, which displays up here. So I won't lose it in the great number of solutions we have on the marketplace. A bunch of them also have, oops, that's just where I was. This is also where you can access a test drive. You can see that the duration for this one, for instance, is 3 hours, and that's a particularly robust one, and it does come with a test script when you want to go through it. There's also filtering up at the top, and this is the last time I'll teach you how to use a website, I promise. Filtering if you want a specific operating system is a popular one, or if you're looking for a specific type of solution that you want to put into your infrastructure. You can also directly select whether you want a first-party product or one of our partner solutions. As Ashley said, our vision here is we want ultimate parity between our ecosystem. Our products. We are a platform company by nature, so we want all of our partner products to shine, and we've made that super easy to discover here. The last thing before I move on, Ashley mentioned our sister marketplace, which is instead of for IT pros and developers looking to build out their Azure infrastructure, is more for line of business and business decision makers. If you want to access that, you can directly switch storefronts just by hitting the marketplace button at the top.
And I'll just make a quick little plug too on the Sell tab up here. One thing that we realize is that, and particularly with our ISVs, in many cases you are a customer looking for solutions, but yet you also potentially have some really great IP or something interesting that you're creating and you want to be a partner as well. So it's all right in the same space. So if you want to learn more about publishing, just a little bit of plug about being a partner with us and you have a great solution you want to post, the Sell tab is where you can learn more about it. There's a great publisher guide at the bottom that walks you through exactly what that experience and the requirements would be for you to join.
Yeah, great point. We found more and more of our customers building something custom in-house, realizing there might be a market opportunity here. Very easy to package it up, put it onto our marketplace. You effectively just go to the Sell button, as Ashley mentioned, fill out this form. You can do it with both apps and services. So if you have a part of your organization that's become super savvy at standing up a certain piece of infrastructure, this might be a way to monetize that. I'm going to switch quickly now into the Azure portal. This probably looks familiar to a lot of you. I have just basically wiped mine, so it looks pretty blank right now. But one thing I have done is I've pinned the marketplace onto my home dashboard, which you can do. I will mention, though, you may or may not have noticed this before, but when you actually go into the Azure portal and create a resource, if you notice, what you're actually doing here is searching the marketplace. So this is when you're adding a service directly inside the portal, you're searching not only Microsoft products, but also our entire partner ecosystem, just like we were on the web storefront. It's subtle, it's that little gray text that reminds you you're searching the marketplace, but it's all in one place there. So I'm going to go into the marketplace quickly, and I'm going to show you just briefly the differences inside the portal versus out. So inside the portal here, we have similar filters to what we had outside, but we have them more as checkboxes, so it's easier to do a multi-select here if you're interested in doing that. You can also search directly for SKUs that have a free trial or something that's bring your own license. One thing that we do support in our marketplace that our customers love is that if they have a software license, especially on-prem with one of our providers, they make it super easy to switch to the cloud without having to change your license. Basically, you'll hit bring your own license, you'll deploy it into your Azure landscape just like you would from any app store, and then it will ask you to authenticate. And you can use your existing authentication to get yourself right up on the cloud within minutes if you're using their solution already on-prem. You don't have to buy a net new license. So if I go into any of these solutions here, just want to show you what I was talking about before. It's going to click here. If I were to actually, that's actually not a great example. If I actually go in to create this VM, this is where all of your options are going to be. And if I had clicked Get It Now on the web storefront, it's actually going to take me into the Azure portal to buy it and purchase it through this UI, because there's a lot more than just clicking Get It Now. It is one button, but you need to pick out, this is a good example because it's a pretty generic VM. You need to pick out in this case, what version of the software you want so that it works well with the rest of your infrastructure. You'll set here what size of VM you want. You can change that pretty easily here. And as you make all of these changes, the pricing will update just like any other resource in the Azure portal. And you can go on from there, picking out the perfect solution that works right with your infrastructure and suits your needs. Are there any questions about this demo of the Azure Marketplace, both for apps, consulting services, and then how it looks in the Azure portal? All right. Use my fancy button to switch back. So this is if the demo failed. This is what it would look like, and I talked to this slide for 10 minutes. I just want to quickly bring this back to the beginning of the conversation, which is when Ashley said, if you aren't using Marketplace today, you're already behind. It's a little aggressive, but it is true, and it is Forrester saying it, so at least we can blame it on them for the aggression. The thing here is, I would be surprised if people in your organization are not already playing around with marketplaces like ours. This is, like we've said before, this is one of the best ways to discover new options and actually try them out. Whether or not you're purchasing through it might be a different story depending on the procurement process at your companies, but this is the way of the future. Our research shows especially millennials who are used to not talking to anyone, we don't want a sales call, we don't even want to order a pizza with another person on the phone. We're not calling up sales reps to have them demo their solutions at elaborate proof of concept days. We're talking to our network, whether on traditional social channels, things like LinkedIn, things like forums, to get a short list of things we should look at. We're going to marketplaces like this or directly to the vendors' websites, trying out the products there through these test drives or free trial options. And then if we have the authority, especially those of us who are moving up to have business decision-making authority, we actually deploy it into our own little quarters of the infrastructure. So this is already happening today, and as Ashley showed at the beginning of the presentation, it's only going to happen more and more in the future. So this is something that you and all of your colleagues should start thinking about. How do we work this into our typical discovery and deployment processes? So our marketplace, just to bring this home, is a place where you can find not only Microsoft first-party products, but also literally thousands of our partners' best products. All of these products that are in the marketplace have been certified by Microsoft engineers. They've been tested extensively to ensure that they work well and play nice with, in this case, the Azure infrastructure. If you're at our sister storefront app source, you'll find a lot of extensions and plugins to our Office, Power Apps, and Dynamics suites. And similarly, all of those are certified as well, so that you know that it's a quality solution. That is, again, 100% of the solutions on this marketplace are certified. It's a great way to mitigate risk as opposed to side-loading things. And it's also probably the best way in one place to discover and try thousands and thousands of solutions just from one place, whether you're playing around with it in your Azure console, in the portal, or directly on our web storefront. And as Ashley mentioned at the very beginning, our marketplace is evolving. We as a company are putting a lot of emphasis on our marketplace and our storefronts to add features and functionalities in the near future. Just this week I mentioned we added support for the IoT Edge modules that you can now find in our marketplace. We are building out a lot of commerce capabilities, especially for the enterprise space, to make it even easier for you to actually purchase and deploy solutions into big multinational organizations, because we know that that's one piece where marketplaces typically struggle. And so we're putting a lot of resources towards making that vision a reality. And finally, as Ashley mentioned earlier, if you already are or want to become a publisher of a cloud solution yourself, we make it dead simple. In that main menu bar at the top, remember there was that sell button. If you have a solution ready to go or one that you're just noodling around on right now, thinking you might be able to monetize it, submit it. Just tell us a little bit about it. Tell us whether it's an app or a consulting service, and we'll reach out to you to discuss the process, certification, and also listing to help you with some marketing advice there to make sure that it's successful. And with that, I want to thank you. If you have any questions, please come up to the mic so that they can be picked up on the recording. Happy to answer them. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thanks, guys.